knows your lonely souls. God knows your lonely souls.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Peter Hammer. I'm going to be your MC for today's open Q&A with Jade Raymond on Assassins. So Jade, I'm going to begin with a very simple question.
Hi, everyone.
So can you introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, your history in the gaming industry, and what you're doing on Assassins?
Okay. Hi, my name is Jade Raymond, as you just said. And I'm the producer on Assassin's Creed. I've been working on Assassin's Creed for over 2.5 years now. When the game ships, it'll be 3 years. And my background is art and computer science. I started out as a programmer at Sony. That was my first official job after I finished computer science. And I've been in the game industry ever since. I moved up, after Sony, I moved to EA for a little while, and I was a producer there. And I also tried out a startup, so I tried out the little company and came to Ubisoft because I thought this was the coolest opportunity there was.
Okay, perfect. And before we get into depth, I'd like you to, if you can, give us a kind of quick overview of Assassin's Creed's story. Tell us a little bit about the scenario.
Okay, so as the title implies, you play a master assassin. Your name's Altair. The inspiration for the story came from the actual clan of assassins. They're a real historical group that came to be around the Third Crusade, so around the time when the game takes place, which is 1191, the summer of 1191 is very precise. You start out as a master assassin with all your abilities, and your first mission you mess up. So basically you go back to see the head of the assassins, and he downgrades you to the beginner rank, takes away all of your stuff, and he says in order to regain your standing within the assassins and our confidence in you, you have to basically prove yourself. So your mission now is to stop the Third Crusade. Just a little easy mission. Go and take out these key 9 guys who are basically profiting from the war and, you know, kind of help the population out because they're really the ones who are suffering. So you started on this quest across the whole Holy Land. It takes you through Jerusalem and Damascus and Acre and the countryside in between that's ravaged by warfare. And as you take out your targets one by one, you uncover that there's something a little bit different going on. You uncover that somehow the targets are somewhat related, and it eventually leads you to a revelation about what your actions are, which I'm not going to spoil for you.
Right. What were your inspirations?
Well, there's obviously the clan of the assassins, but when you're creating a main character for a game, you also want him to be bigger than life and have substance and not be an assassin like the, let's say, other assassins we've seen in other games, and also not just be like the other members of the clan. He has to have a backstory, he has to have a personality. And so the team spent a lot of time thinking about what is it he's doing, what's his gameplay. And if you think about what he's doing, it made us think of a bird of prey, basically circling around, looking for your target, picking the key moment, swooping down, and then getting out. So all of the development for Altair was based on a bird of prey or eagle. So if you look at his outfit, it's got on his hood, he has a little point so that when you look at the shadow, it looks a bit like a beak, and the flaps flip up. So when he's doing his moves, like free running, which also seem very agile and kind of almost bird-like, you'll see the flaps flip up, and that will create kind of the impression of wings. And actually even the name Altair means the flyer in Arabic.
So just how acrobatic is he? And what were your inspirations behind the acrobatics?
Very acrobatic. Well, so this is like, I think, you know, when you're making a game and you have the opportunity to start a franchise from scratch, you kind of have the opportunity for the core team and, you know, Patrice and everyone to go, what do we think is cool? Okay, let's do that. So everyone on the team thinks free running is awesome, and, you know, like, I would love to be able to do what those guys do. I don't know if you have all seen the parkour videos and stuff, but it's like totally awesome. And we're like, we can probably do that now that it's next gen. We can like probably make all those ledges interactive. Let's do it. So that was the inspiration for the way he moves. And maybe, you know, it's a pretty realistic game. It's historically based and stuff, but probably in the free running is a place where we pushed it a little bit beyond what's exactly humanly possible. So he can definitely grab onto ledges. He has extremely strong fingers.
Okay. So, I mean, is it an action game? Is it like jumping, stealth game? What's more?
Well, we get that question a lot. I think the answer is that it's a combination of things. Action game is easy to say because action game, I think a lot of things fall into that, so that's safe. But when we were making it, definitely have a strong action adventure roots. So the story is really, really important. And there's been a lot of attention paid to all the cinematics are interactive, but to the deep storyline and unlocking all of the background and the conspiracy and things like that. So that's very traditional action adventure. But as far as the second-to-second experience, it's been inspired by things like even football games and car racing. So you're going to have these chases that are like super, super dynamic, and like the controls are meant to be sports game-like. So it's combining a lot of things. We purposely slowed down some parts. There is slow motion in the engine, which you get at some key moments to emphasize fight moves or other cool things. But the experience is really pretty fast-paced.